All right, guys, welcome back. Amagadong Hapon, I think that's how you say it. Welcome back, guys. Yes, I know it's been a while since I made a video, and it's because I've been working. Plus, I'm working on my other YouTube channels also. Okay, but today's topic. Man, this Filipino flag is just going everywhere. Philippines is always with me. Always. Show you, look. Philippines is always with me. It has done something to me. The Philippines has done something to me. That's the topic, okay? The Philippines has changed me. It has changed me. Is it for the good or is it for the bad? Philippines, I feel like, has changed me for the good. My experience in the Philippines made me to start thinking a different way about a lot of stuff. About life, about living in the U.S., about how I used to think when I'm here now, but how I used to think while I'm here in the US versus how I think now. I think everyone should obtain a passport and travel to the Philippines. Now, this is not to say that every time you go to the Philippines, your experience is going to be good. Because if you don't have patience for certain things that you have here in the U.S. and things that are accessible here in the U.S., things that are quick here in the U.S., you're going to miss out on that when you're in the Philippines, depending on what you're doing, what you're trying to do, and where you're at. You're going to miss that part. But you have to adapt, right? There's something's going to be expected, and you're going to have to adapt. I'm sorry, guys. I got distracted. There's these poles here where the street lights are. They're adding cameras to all the poles. And this is not the only place I've seen it. It seemed like every major intersection, they're adding cameras everywhere. Unbelievable. It's either cameras. Then they come up with the AI thing. AI is trying to be everywhere. And at the same time, they're trying to put robots or robotic type machines in your workplace. And if you work in a hospital, I'm sorry I got off a topic, guys, but this just made me think about a lot of stuff. But if you work in a hospital or some kind of business, they've already, and most likely or will, incorporate some type of AI technology in the system to where you don't have to do as much work, right? So that's a form of like a robot. You might as well say that's kind of robotic. But in certain warehouses and stuff, they're adding robots to go pick stuff for you. Go pick the product and bring it to you. Okay, let me go back. Let me go on back to what I was talking about. I was talking about Philippines. But if you don't have patience, then it's going to bother you. But if you don't go to the Philippines with an open mind, you're going to have problems. Okay? You definitely have to be open-minded, and you definitely have to be willing to try the Filipino food, which is so delicious. So delicious. Guys, I tell you, my favorite dish is kinilaw. That is my favorite dish. I think the first time I had that dish, I was at Gary's Grill in the Mall of Asia in Manila. That dish is so delicious. And I didn't like, I never was fond of sushi with raw fish. But when I tasted that kinilaw, I had to have it. Every time I go back to Philippines, I get that. So that's another thing that's kind of, you know, that's changed me, right? Because I didn't like raw fish. Like here in the U.S., I think of sushi, you automatically think of raw fish or something raw, right? But sushi can come in all kind of forms. It can be a vegetable sushi. It could be a meat. It could be fish. It could be anything. It's not all raw fish, okay? It can be cooked fish. It can be squid. Anything. Excuse me, guys. Let me get some drink real quick. But so that's Philippines may be changing that way, okay? That's one of the ways about certain foods. I got this cold, guys. It's just, I don't know, it's just not going away. Or it's not cold, it's like a congestion. But anyway, so, and also being there, being around the Filipino people makes you realize, like, there are some nice, friendly people in this world. There are some people that are not so grumpy, don't have an attitude while they're working, and just nice and friendly to everyone. At least all the Filipino people I've met and been around, I've never seen one that was angry. Like, I don't want to say not angry, but, you know, like, just being out in public, I've never seen no one that's angry. Like, for the most part, everybody has this relaxed mind state. They're friendly, they're respectful. It doesn't matter who you are, where you come from, what you look like. They have the highest, most respect for you. And that's the one thing I love about the Philippines. And once I felt that, when I went to the Philippines, and I felt like the Philippines as a whole and the people, I felt like I was part of the Philippine DNA. I would say that. I felt like I was part Filipino. Like, I wanted to be Filipino, right? I wanted to be immersed in that culture and be part of it. I wanted to be part of it. There's a lot of words I can say. You know, I tried, and you try to learn some of the words. You try to learn how to speak. You try to just imitate everything that the Filipino culture does. Once you start realizing a lot of stuff, that happens, okay? You find yourself just wearing, like, okay, I got this. I wear this every single day. And every year I go back, if this one breaks, I'll show you guys real quick. Somebody has a flat tire over there. But okay, it's down here somewhere. Like, if this breaks, I have another one to back it up. I have another one.
There are no phones connected. Connect the phone and try again.
Okay, I just hit a button on my car. But ever since I went and came back, and it's been 2009 when I first went. When I came back here, I felt like I needed a piece of the Philippines to be with me at every second of the day. And if I'm in a conversation, at some point in the conversation, I'm going to bring up something about the Philippines. Okay? And some of you guys, I don't want to hit that. Some of you guys know what I'm talking about, because some of you guys do the exact same thing. And I know you do. Put this here, guys, and talk real quick. And then I'm going to go in and buy me a lottery ticket. I buy me a lottery ticket every week, like I said before. It's just like a couple of tickets. I don't spend a lot. I just buy very little. I have a set numbers that I play all the time, the same numbers. And you know, that's that. If I win, I win. If I don't, I don't. But at least I'm trying, because if I was to win the lottery, I am getting out of the US. I'm not saying that I want to give up the US, but the attitude of people here, like, not everywhere, okay? I don't want to make it sound like it's bad here, but there are people that make it that's not so enjoyable. There are people that will try to ruin your day. There are people that are supposed to be serving, you know, helping you, like customer service, or helping you like at a gas station or at a restaurant or at a fast food restaurant. And then when they speak to you, they have this nasty attitude or this tone in their voice where they're like, they don't want to be there, or they're just mad at the world, and then they don't know how to talk to you correctly. It gets so annoying, man. It's so annoying. And sometimes you will notice this. I'm sorry I jumped off track, but sometimes you notice this, like when you leave the Philippines. Oh man, my saliva's working overtime. But sometimes when you leave the Philippines and you get used to the service of the food and the way people give you their hospitality, and then as soon as you get on the plane and you get back to the first destination in the US, the very first airport you get inside, and you have to go customer service, or you're going to get like a snack or something, then there's someone at the counter with a nasty attitude. There's someone at the customer service trying to help you find your luggage or anything. They have a nasty attitude. You go to the Philippines, the customer service, they try their best to do whatever they can to help you. They don't talk back. They don't have a nasty attitude. It's just great. It's so great. The whole atmosphere in the Philippines is just unreal. Like, it's unmatched. Okay. Now, no, I haven't been to a lot of places in the world, but I think this really tops it. Like, I went to Japan, and Japan was very clean, respectful people, organized, very organized, and very far advanced in technology, farther than the US, believe it or not. Okay. Okay, yeah. Now, some other ways that Philippines changed me is how I go about living my life on a daily basis, on how I interact, yeah, something like that, with people, right? I try to go to work every day with a good attitude. No matter how I feel, I try to make it enjoyable for other people. Even if I see people at work and they're not really in a good mood or something, I still try to, like, at least smile throughout my work day, or I'll try to say something funny, or I just say hi to everybody, you know, things of that nature. Like, I've even noticed myself doing that and changing and being that way. And ever since then, I feel like my whole day goes pretty much smooth, is not stressful, and is great. It is great. And I think the Philippines changed me in that way, to where not to worry. That's what I'm trying to say. Not to worry about stuff. That's the word I'm looking for. Go to work or go out here and not worry about if something is going to get finished, or I'm not saying don't go to your work and do your job and not do your best, but do what you can do what you know how to do and do it, where you won't hurt yourself, but do your best, but don't do your job so hard to where you're like sweating, you might hurt yourself, things of that nature. You can do your job and do it correctly and do it right at a good pace, right? But just having this relaxed mind and seeing how life is in the Philippines, and have this relaxed mind and you don't worry about really what's going to happen next. You just so relaxed, and that type of attitude and mindset, it helps me when I go to work every day. And people are like, oh, we got so much work to do. Oh, no. Oh, we're never going to get this done. The other shift left us with all this work. And I'm thinking to myself, like, what is wrong with you guys? Like, this stuff that's here today is going to be here tomorrow. Can you guys see me? This stuff is going to be here tomorrow, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day. You see the same stuff come in and go every single day. It doesn't matter if you're just overwhelmed with all this work, because you know for a fact you're not going to get all that done. Do the amount that you can do, and then that's it. Your boss and supervisor will be more happy with you doing it correctly. Have a good attitude and do what you can, and come back tomorrow, right? So yeah, Philippines changed me in that way on how I go about my day and talk to people. And even if there's people that I never said hi to, like sometimes I find myself, I walk past people and I see them, they look like they're just depressed or upset, and I say, hello, good morning, how you doing? And then they will respond back. They say what they want to say, even if it's good or bad. They say what they're going to say, but they respond back. But it kind of woke them up and made them a little bit happy, right? Because people in the Philippines, you see a lot of people with nothing. You see, depending on where you're at, you'll see a lot of kids that don't have anything. Like, they don't have what kids here have, like a tablet and a cell phone and a PlayStation and an Xbox and all this stuff. You don't see the kids there. A lot of them don't even be playing with that stuff. They're outside playing. They're outside making toys. They're outside playing games, playing basketball. You don't see kids here. A lot of kids here, you don't see them doing that anymore. They're in their house on the computer, that kind of thing. But guys, I'm gonna get off of here. I can go on and on. I think I made this video long enough. But guys, get you a ticket, travel the world, get your passport. Don't be one of them people that don't have a passport. Every one of us should have your passport, because you never know if you need to leave the country for whatever reason. Or you may want to go on that trip to Japan. You may have the opportunity to go to Japan for a split second, and you may not even have your passport. What is that? Okay, someone's angry. See what I mean? People blowing their horn in traffic. Like if I roll down the window, this is one thing most Filipino people will notice when they get here. Like, listen, the traffic is here. It's so quiet. You don't see a horn blowing. You don't hear a horn blowing, unless if people blow their horn here in the United States, a lot of times it means like either they're sending you a message to like move out their way, you're in their way, and they're getting angry, or they're like doing a light toot toot, and they're like, okay, you can go ahead and go. They're letting you go. But when they're like laying on a horn doing all this stuff, they're pretty much at that point they're already angry. They're already mad. Like, get out their way. Like, you're in their space. You're in their personal driving space, or in their space, and you need to move. And you don't see a lot of people walking around. Let's see. Like here, you don't see a lot of people walking around. There's not a lot of people walking around. In the Philippines, people walking everywhere. Every square inch, just someone walking. Or you in the middle of the province, you're gonna see someone walk past you. But that's it, guys. I'm gonna cut it short right here. It's already I'm 20 minutes and 34 seconds. And yeah. So those are some of the ways the Philippines has changed me. I love the Filipino people. I love the Philippines so much. I love it. I love it. I love it. And I cannot wait. Every year I can't wait to go back. I can't wait to go back. And I'm trying my best to do whatever I can to set myself up and my family up to where when it's time for me to retire, we're going to be there. We're going to be there. We want to come back here, but we want to be there. I'd rather be there and be stress-free. Be stress-free and taking my time to get things done versus some of the things that goes on here. And you don't have to worry about being called like certain names and all that stuff, right? But anyway, guys, salamat, mahal kita to my Filipino people. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Peace.